Good morning. Good morning, everyone. And we're live. Hi there. How is everybody doing today? Just looking at the chat. Good to see you all. We've got pause for Andrea. Hi, Andrea. Creepy B5. Hello, friend. Rosetta will be on the replay crew, sending hugs to you. Replay is fine. Miss Sunrise Dawn, hi, hoping I can catch this. My mom is here helping me with some stuff, so I'm not sure. If not, I'll be on the replay crew for sure. That is totally fine. Totally fine. Candy's Life, hi, Candy's Life. Hello, everybody. I'm just listening today as I'm exhausted and dehydrated from crying all day and night yesterday. I love each and every one of you very much. Sending love and hugs to you, Candy's Life. And yes, please take care of yourself, hydrate, rest. And yes, everyone needs to remember self-care, right? Very, very important. Good morning, Poet. Hello, hello. Hi, Shirley. Yeah. Candle, broken heart. Yeah, I understand. Hi, Poet and everyone. Creepy 5. Sarah Matthews, good morning from Texas. Good morning. Morning, Sarah. There's our friend Joel. Good morning. Morning, Joel. I love this. Anna Banana, 0218. Good morning, all. Good morning, Anna Banana. Susie Q. Hi, Susie Q. Frankie, good morning from Chile, Quebec. Is it Quebec or Quebec? I always say Quebec, but I think it might be Quebec. Not sure. Yes, it's chilly here too. Definitely. Love it. Hey, love it. Good morning. Oh, I hear I don't know what those are called. There's like these military maneuvers they do, and every few days at least in the morning we get 2 planes flying really low over the house. I don't know if you heard that, but SPTV fan, candle for Doug. Thank you. Yep. Amanda Belmont. Hello, friends. Hello, Amanda. Pup Groomer 20. Hey. There you are. Armine. Good morning, Marilyn Rose. Good morning, Armine. Thank you for saying that. Appreciate that a lot. Kat. Hey, everyone. Hello. Destiny. Hey, Destiny. Good morning. Just stopping by to send some love before work. Thank you, Destiny. Great to see you. Keila. Hi, sweetheart. Good morning. Thank you all for being here. Lori Plays. Hey, Marilyn, everyone. Marilyn, you must be exhausted. Sending love to you, Lori Plays. Thank you. Yeah, I'm a little beat today. I did get a nap yesterday, and then Cricket, who many of you know as Chow Yun Smut, was going live at midnight last night, and we were chatting, and I said, hey, do you want me to jump on with you? And we ended up using my program, my StreamYard, and I lasted about 2 hours, and I kind of, said, I need to hop off and get some sleep because I'll be on in the morning. And so Cricket just carried it, I think, like 5 hours. Yeah, she's a trooper. But she was a friend of Doug. She helped him in his restream starring questions for his last few Q&A lives. She is one of his mods and was very concerned about him, and of course took the news very hard. So yeah, so she was talking to me and had a lot of people in the chat, and we just kind of stayed up late, and she held down the fort till, I don't know, I can't remember, 4, 5, 6 in the morning. Yeah, so my time. I think she might be 2 hours earlier than me. So I can never tell with these time zones. Crazy. Hey, Clearwater Cheryl. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you. It's Sunrise Dawn. Hello, everyone. I'm here just listening while Mom and I clean. That's fine. That's great. Martha. Hi, Martha. Good to see you. Good to see you all. Oh, good. I'm glad you got some sleep, Keela. Sleep did the body some good. Yes. Yes. Definitely need your sleep. Yep. Cat but no hat. Hey, Creepy B5. Hope you're doing okay. Yes. I hope everyone's doing okay. Nicole. Hi, Nicole. Wow, you both are doing so much good work during this hard time. Hats off to you both. Thank you. And I think, oh, yes, I'm going to start that. Let me go back here. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. I think out loud a lot. Sharon, hello, Marilyn, and everyone. I was just watching the replay of you and Cricket. So touching. Yeah, she had a lot of nice things to say about Doug, and it did me good too. And I think everyone in the chat. So thanks for watching the replay. Appreciate that. Oh yes. Anyone else see HD Tutor's video for Doug yet? It broke me. Yes, I watched it this morning. Someone in the chat. I don't think I caught the tail end of it because I was getting ready. But yeah, I'll delay my comments on that because I have a little comparison to do. But I did watch it, and yeah, it was very intense and very touching in a way. Like he, yeah. Like I said, I'll delay my comments because I think the chat's going to blow up. So I just want to keep saying hi to everyone. But thank you for bringing that up. Definitely worth mentioning. So Nicole, it's hard when you're grieving to be there for once too. I commend you both. Thank you. Yes, Cricket and I. Yeah, you're right, but I think that it helps. People grieve in different ways, right? And sometimes it helps me to talk about it. But yesterday, I just wanted to hold space, and I don't think I said anything for 5-10 minutes because I was just kind of speechless, and also just wanting to hear from you and just popping up the hearts that everyone was sending to each other and for Doug. And there were a lot of great words being spoken about Doug yesterday, a lot of great tributes. People that didn't even know him were holding space. And Reese even broke down, cried. She never knew him. Liz said that she will still, keep driving the message home, and we lost a voice yesterday, and our voices are just going to get louder and more prolific, right? So yeah, that really touched me. There were some things said that I wasn't too happy with, some things done, but I think that the way you overcome the bad things is with doing good, right? And I really wanted to provide a space yesterday morning for people to come and not have to hear the talking heads, so to speak, right? So I do these listening streams because let's face it, we're dealing with some really heavy issues, and this is an amazing community, but also we're dealing with trauma, and there's it's a community of that made up of many trauma survivors, and there's also with trauma there's a little bit of drama, there's some things that are sometimes upsetting, there's things that come up. And I was thinking about this morning, and I was thinking how when something comes up that's hard to deal with, I find that if I don't face it and handle it and process it, and move on, it kind of builds up, right? So all these things, kind of ticking off in my brain that I would do these listening streams in the past few months, um, about the Goldie thing, about what some people are calling the flapper math, which I'm sorry, I think that's really funny. But those things, if we just sweep them under the rug, not deal with them, not talk to them, talk about them, it makes it seem. Oh, thank you, honey. Thank you for the coffee. Love you. Oh, this is a very. You always bring very appropriate mugs, Mama Bear. Yes, this is my Mama Bear mug. Available merch at the merch Oh, store. He's doing a plug for my merch store. Thank you, honey. You guys must think he waits on me all the time. I feel really bad that he brings me coffee. This is always my second cup of coffee. So I need my first one to even be able to put words together. So yeah, so I feel like, I have that mama bear protective um instinct for you all, right? It's like, let's talk about things and move on. We're not gossiping and infighting, tearing people down, but there's some truths to talk about. And then and one of the main reasons why I do that is because I don't want you or myself or anyone to become disillusioned and just say, forget this SBTV thing. I'm going to watch regular TV, or I'm going to jump into another community, right? That's what Scientology would like. That's what Scientology wants. That's what OSA wants. And, I don't throw OSA around like the devil made me do it. But that to me that's true, is that's what they want to see. They want to see the infighting. They want to see people not dealing with things, having it build up, and just saying, I'm out of here. And we did lose a very important voice. We lost somebody that really had passion for the truth. And there was a handle yesterday that I saw someone's name on here on YouTube. It said decultified. I love that. Decultified. Like, and I thought of Doug. I was like, yes, he wanted everyone to be decultified, whether it was Scientology or my call or any other cult. Doug was really excited about talking about other cults. We had a whole list going of documentaries we wanted to cover at some point, but we also had a whole list of Scientology words and language and nomenclature and concepts, to kind of hold up against the fundamentalism that I came out of. And there were so many similarities. So that's what we were going to do last Friday until we both got busy and put it off to this Friday. So yeah, I'm gonna keep going with it. If there's any ex-Scientologists out there that want to tackle some of these concepts with me, um, I want to keep the fire burning. I want to keep the torch lit, right? And no one can replace Doug. But there's a lot of people out there that have the same passion, the same fire in their belly, right, to help people. And Doug wasn't perfect. No, he wasn't. And I'm going to talk about that. Some of the tributes, eulogies that were put up by people that aren't even in the SPTV sphere per se, but some that really were great too, in my opinion. So sorry, I'm ignoring the chat. I don't want to do that. Go back to that. Oh, speaking of, I mentioned you, adoptive mom. Thank you for the help on my stream. It was wonderful. Thank you. I'm glad you got to hear about your dad, and I saw that you did your own listening stream of sorts yet last night, having questions. And yeah, call me later, because that StreamYard thing, it's a little kooky with the trolls and stuff. So we can chat about that. Sorry about that troll thing. It happens sometimes. I'm glad you got some sleep, Keela. So glad. Oh, good morning. Make it make sense. Yes, make it make sense. You do make a lot of sense. I have to tell you that. I have to tell you that. Hermine, the last video of Doug I watched was the second part of your chat with him and was really looking forward for more. I keep hearing Doug saying, choose your poison, which always made me smile. Yeah. Yeah. Um, and your poison can be water, coffee, whatever. It was just like partake in something. And he kept this up even when we weren't doing, even when he was on a stream without me. He was doing this, putting up this banner or this overlay that Kelly Copter made for us. And he would say, for God's sake, especially when things got really intense, he's like, I think we need a Xenu Marlene. I think we need a Xenu. Where's the Xenu? So Kelly made this for us. Xenu Marlene, everybody partake. Cheers. This is good coffee. This is why, my hubby makes the coffee because I'm terrible at making coffee. This is yummy. Thank you, honey, if you're out there. Yeah, so yeah, cheers to Doug and cheers to Xenu and Marlene. Yep. Oh, hey, Faye. Hello. We'll be here until my uncle calls. So thankful, Marilyn and everyone, for the memorial, sharing our love and sadness for a great person. Yeah. Did I spy with my little eye? Tampa B? Yes. Good morning, Marilyn friends. Hope you got some rest too, sweetheart. Oh, everybody, get some rest. Hey, we're Debbie M. Hey, everyone. Hey, Debbie. Good to see you. Yeah. Everyone's saying hi. Candy's life. We fight on in honor of Doug. That's right. Right. In honor of all the people that are, still yet to be decultified, right? Yet to be set free. And yeah, we just keep the fire burning, keep the torch lit, right? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, good evening, SCB. Good evening, everyone from Finland. Good evening. Good evening. Good to see you. Linky Lou, good morning. Good morning, Linky Lou. I like that. I like the name. SCB, thank you for using your platform to aid in healing and to keep communication open among one another. Thank you for saying that. That's definitely one of the things that I really am passionate about is the healing process and right, having communication. And I think that's really what's helped my relationship with my own children to stay healthy, is to just be there. I want this to be sort of like a living room, right? It's just, I can't fit you all in my house. But yeah, I want this to be a comfortable and safe space. And I'll say this too. That's definitely one of the things that I really want to do. Continue to do as my channel keeps going. Right. I'm happy with the slow growth with my channel, and getting to know all of you. And I also want to put out some educational content too. So actually, my friend Peggy, now she's Clarity and Chaos. She was Happy Chaos. She's still happy. Peggy and I had originally planned, before we found out about Doug, that we had been watching the documentary about independent fundamental Baptists, which is a cult. It was a sect that, I always say sex. It was a sect that broke off from the mainstream Baptist denomination and became a sect, and then a full-blown cult with all the boxes checked off, right? So we were watching Let Us Pray, and we were going to do a stream on that today, but we decided to reschedule it. Not sure when, but I'm talking about scheduling this week. Everything's always up in the air until the last minute usually, but tentatively, I don't know as I'll be doing a morning musings tomorrow. I'm not sure, what I'm doing during the day. At night, stay tuned. I'm not 100%, but I have tentatively scheduled to go on, another channel that you all know. So, I don't wanna reveal it yet until I know for sure. I'll probably get the confirmation in the morning, so that should be, really interesting, and, I'm kinda scared to death, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. And, Friday, I may be doing a midnight musings with my son, Austin, and instead of a midnight musings, we'll do, like, a midnight music, right? And if he doesn't have a gig on Friday night, he said he'd come and talk about music and maybe, play some play his guitar. Of course, he can't set up his whole electric thing, and it would blow out your ears anyways. So, yeah, we'll see. It'll be really fun, I think. And he's a sweet, sweet boy, and he's very talented. But that's his mom speaking. So you guys decide for yourself. Yeah, we have to laugh, Marilyn. Yes, we have to laugh. Yeah. I'm really gonna speaking of laugh, I'm really gonna miss this guy. I gotta make some more, but yeah, so Rodney's gonna go to his new owner the next day or two. Probably Friday is when I go to the post office usually. And yeah, showed this yesterday, and yeah, it was talked about in some other streams last night. So we'll see. Rodney's pretty popular. He's making his rounds, and yeah, I gotta weave in all these extra things and kind of clean them up, make them all pretty to be sent out. So that's Rodney. Oh, everyone's saying hi to Duncan. Yeah, I'm a little behind here. A little behind here. Aw, I need a coffee, Angel. He does make some great, great coffee. Yep, great coffee. Yeah. Martha Simmons, Marilyn, shame, blame, and judgment are a big part of cult life. There was some of that, and it hurt people. Absolutely. Shame, blame, and judgment. Absolutely. Keela, this family/community is very important to me. I agree. I agree. Yes. Sorry, just certain things just hit me. Oh, Doug, you're so missed. Yeah, I don't feel like it's completely sunk in yet, but he really is. He really is. Hmm. Faye says, am a trauma/drama queen. Lots of things going on in my life. Trying hard not to let me hurt or harm anyone mentally or emotionally with my issues. I understand that. Yeah. Um, yeah, same here. We don't want to bleed on the people that didn't cut you, right? I And it's funny, like some of the things that I learned in the call aren't necessarily bad if applied to the right thing. And there was this thing that was always this term that was always used in my church, my culty church, of floating bitterness, right? You're just kind of like your bitterness is just kind of floating and landing on people. So sometimes I was accused of having floating bitterness when I don't think that's what it was. I think I was just being having a critical mind, but my constructive criticism was floating bitterness. But I think there is such a thing as just oh, um, of just like I said, bleeding on people that didn't cut you, or feeling just mad at the world and lashing out, and not meaning to. So that's great that you're aware of it, because that's the first step, right? To be aware of it and not want to hurt people. That's awesome. Creepy bee, thank you, Marilyn. Your voice is comforting as well as your community. Thank you, creepy. I really appreciate that. Appreciate that. Cece, hi Cece. Through my current years of trauma/drama, I've had to constantly remind myself how lucky I am. I feel the emotions now. That yeah. Yeah, if you're so used to stuffing your emotions, like I know I was, and, sometimes it takes a while to, you know, to feel your feels and to regulate your emotions, right? That was something that was challenging for me, absolutely. Back of Beyond, hi there. I find it odd that some of the bigger channels haven't said anything about this other than a sort of post on a community page. Sad. Yeah, I don't think a lot of the I don't know. I really can't speak to that. I did hear quite a few mention Doug, and some, like I said, Reese, who didn't know him, but she cried along with all of us that were grieving, and Liz too. She didn't know him, but actually, there's people hadn't that hadn't listened to his videos that are now, and that went back and realized that they, uh, they wish that they had gotten to know him. So I feel, so so fortunate that I was able to get to know Doug, as much as I have, so good to see you, Witness. Great to see you. Aw. Kayla, Marilyn, thank you for being Mama Bear. We need you. And I need you all too. I really, look forward to seeing you all every morning. Even though I don't see you in person, I really consider, you my community, and I love it. I love this community. Oh, no. Hey, Lumen. So sorry I'm late. Both my dryer and refrigerator stopped working this morning. Oh, I know how that is. I just turned my dryer off because it was making so much noise. Crazy. Creepy P5, let yourself have this moment. Yeah, I've been having a lot of moments. And thank you for being understanding. We all have our moments, right? Amanda, no one but we can keep on the fight with the fight for him. Yeah. Yeah, no one can replace him, but we can honor his memory by keeping going, right? I know that's what I don't want to speak for Doug, but I know that's what he wants, you know, to never give up. Yeah. Candy's life. I'll take on the fight with you. All right. I love it. I love it. Aaron. Good morning, Mom. Good morning, Aaron. Good morning, son. You better watch how you're driving there. You're kind of scaring me with that picture of that car. Worried about you. Mm. Oh, repairman on the way. Oh, that's always fun. Hey, Joel. I'm very impressed by how many are affected by Doug's passing. There were streams and tributes all day and all night. This man made an impact, a real impact. We can only hope to do the same. I agree. Yep, I agree. Damn, I miss him. Yep, I was saying that to myself. Yep. Toke. Well, I don't toke, but I drink coffee right now. Here's the Doug. Doug left this world better than he found it. Absolutely. Absolutely. SBTV fan, there has been more streams that I have been able to watch on double speed. Yeah, there were a lot last night. It seemed like there weren't many for a little while, but yeah. Oh, will Golden Rodney be making another appearance today? I did flash him a little while ago, but yeah, he's still here. He's still here. He's going to his forever home soon, but yeah, I'll have to make some more. I hope you guys don't get bored with me crocheting, the rods, the golden rod part, because that from here to here and kinda down there is all, like, the same, so I don't have to count, so I can talk and crochet at the same time, and, yeah, I'm getting a lot of orders for him. So we'll see. I got Christmas coming up too, so I'm gonna be really busy with that. But, yeah, there he is. Cheers to Doug and all of you. Yeah. Aw, I spy with my little eye a beautiful community. Me too. Oh, there's Maya. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Maya. Good to see you. Aaron, if you see this, make some coffee for all of us. Thank you. All right. All right. I can't tell how far behind I am. Let's see. Oh, I am still far behind. Oh, I didn't know this. I was probably sleeping. Levitt said, No Talk Tony wrote a great poem. It's at the end of the Chow Yun Smut Maryland stream of last night. I'll have to check that out because I ended up falling asleep a few hours in and Cricket, she carried it all the way to the morning light. Kathy O'Toole, it makes me sad that he was just about to reconnect with his mom. Yes, as he said, they had been talking. So in some ways he did reconnect, but I don't know if they met in person. And I'm sure he would have liked to have a more time with her. And no mother should have to bury their child. Uh, You know, it's so sad. Tampa Bay, Barbara. I just got off the phone with my oldest. We talked about treating my children as people, not just as my kids. Nothing will change our love and respect for each other. Yeah, absolutely. They are people. I watched the rest of this morning. Love the poem. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Definitely. Definitely. Linky Lou, I was comforted by you yesterday, Marilyn. Thank you. I'm a loner, but stepped out of my comfort zone for group support yesterday. I am so devastated. Uh, yeah, I'm glad you did. I'm really glad you did. And I know it's hard. It's hard to come out of your comfort zone, but there's, definite benefits to it. So thank you for joining us and being in this community. Everyone's important and everyone has a place. I really mean that. I really do. Creepy Bee said, "He's an angel on his mother's shoulder." Yeah. Mhm. All right, get a little choked up, guys. You're killing me. You're killing me here. Nicole, what I found through these few months is now I can tell the hearts from the phonies so I can focus on the hearts and not waste time with the others. You're a heart, Marilyn. Thank you. That means a lot to me. 'Cause, if Doug was anything, he was authentic. And yeah, I had some things I wanted to say. I just wanted to catch up with the chat because I had some things I wanted to share with you. And it's just my opinion. I'm not speaking for Doug. I'm not speaking for anybody, but some things that I've observed and things that I've thought about. But Doug really did help me to find my voice in this community, find my place. And he just listened. He listened to me. And I really valued that. And I want to do the same for others. I want to be there as much as I can. So Faye said, in my life, Street, Main Street Baptist was culty and it caused big rifts within most of my family. It totally can be. I, you know, I don't knock, mainstream religion. I don't knock Christianity as a whole, but um, there's some gateway type churches that really breed culty behavior. And in my case, the one that I grew up in, it was an Assemblies of God Pentecostal church. I wouldn't call it a cult because it didn't have all the flavor bells, all the, it didn't hit all the check boxes, but it's definitely, like a breeding grounds because there were so many sects, SCCTS, that came out of it that turned into full blown cults. So, yeah, I think that's why I like to talk about tactics and concepts and behaviors that cults use because it's good to know the warning signs, and it's good to know about culty behavior because then you can avoid it and hopefully educate others, right? Doug was a heart too. He absolutely was. Absolutely was. Simons, does anyone know where Doug saved some of the music he performed? Is there a link on Discord? I don't know. Yeah, I know he played guitar. That's a good question. I don't know. Stay, stay Spiria? Stay Spiria? Yes, Golden Rodney has been sighted. Yes, he has. He's right next to me. We've got the greatest balls of them all. Our balls are really bouncy. Yep. Oh my god. My son Austin knows that song. I don't know, would we get in trouble for him to sing it? Because if he comes on Friday night, I'll ask him to sing it for you guys. That would be so funny. Those in this case though, those are his feet. Those are his feet, right? Because he's just a goldenrod. You know, so twig and berries. That's right. Brian, say it. Balls. We can say balls. Oops. Oh my goodness. Mhm. Love and peace. Thank you, creepy. That makes up for the R-rated. Definitely. Floating bitterness. Yeah. VFG spoke about it yesterday on Liz's stream. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, because Mark was in the chat yesterday and he was making funny comments. It was great. Mama Dukes. Hey, Mama Dukes. Sometimes the loss of someone we care about shows up in many types of emotions that we may not understand. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that totally. SBTV fan. Aaron made a long comment and video about something else, about making sure that his motive for making tribute video is valid in choosing well what to say. I like that. Yeah, I there were so many streams going on last night. Do you know, SPTV fan? Do you know if it was the one that he did with, is it Natalie? I only saw the first part of it because I was kind of hopping around, but I thought someone said that he said something towards the end. I'll have to check out the replay. Plus, I want to, listen to what they had to say about everything else too. I really liked the interview. It was the one he did, as I think her name's Natalie, that he did with her last week. It was like 4 hours, but it was really good. Definitely worth watching. She's so well spoken. I envy all these ex-Scientologists. They're like, they can just communicate so well because they read dictionaries all the time, right? So they know so many words and they can speak them. I have a really hard time speaking words, especially before I've had a couple cups of coffee. But you all understand me, right? Sort of. Staceria. This all feels like a very sad like a very sad reminder that nobody is promised tomorrow, so make connections with people today. Absolutely. Absolutely agree. Yeah. Jazzy girl. No one can replace them, but we can carry the torch. That's right. That's right. Poet. Thunderstruck. Na, 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 na. Yep. Thunderstruck. I do love me some AC/DC. I was not allowed Whoa, AC/DC was way off limits when I was a kid, but I snuck around. Dirty deeds done dirt cheap. Dirty deeds. I love that one. I actually have that on my phone, but I can't play it because I'd probably get in trouble. Yeah. Mm. I lost my mom before I even got married, so I hug my kids when they come and when they leave, like it's the last one. Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. I mean, I never let anyone go out the door without, saying I love you. And sometimes, when Duncan leaves to go run an errand or something, and I stick my head out the door and I'm like, don't forget the milk. And then I'm like, and then I go to shut the door and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I'm like, wait, don't leave, don't leave. It's like, I love you, you know, because I don't want the last words that I say to him is don't forget the milk, I know it might sound silly, but yeah, I really think about that a lot. Just having today count, and every day, think about like your interactions with people like it was the last time you're going to see them. Hate to live that way, but it's kind of true, because you never know. You never know. I flashed him earlier. Yeah. I just say stuff. I know that just sounded wrong. My kids are like, Mom, that sounds wrong. Marilyn, I think Reese wants a hat for George. Who's did I miss something? George? Who's George? I know who Epstein is. I don't know who George is. My goodness, I missed something. Hey, I'm an old school AC/DC. I do love AC/DC, definitely. Haha, flashed him. Yeah. I know. Oh yeah, Claretta Cheryl. She showed me a picture. This was classic. Um, yeah. I would love one of those. I would put it right up there. Oh wait, where's my? Oh, I had because I was showing everybody how what an amazing. I'm sorry, Cheryl. I have to embarrass you again, but what an amazing crocheter she is. I mean, look at this. Look at the stitches. Okay, like it's got to focus. It's got to focus. Look how even her stitches are, and how she attached the head is just so uniform. And I gotta show you. Sorry, I gotta show you her butt. Like, look at that. It's just perfect. Oh, wait, it's not focusing very well. I really hope Santa brings me a better camera for Christmas. I was very naughty, but I was also a little bit nice this year. So, yeah, if anybody knows Santa, the guy who brings coffee and has a beard, tell him I was very, very nice. 'Cause I don't even need an expensive one. Just a this was the cheapest of the cheap. So maybe like slightly cheap, but not the cheapest of the cheap. Yeah. So oh my goodness. Quick cleaning break in memory of Doug, Xenu Marlene. Xenu Marlene, Doug. Mm, I miss him. I really, really do. He's a good, good egg. Mm. You guys are very chatty today. Ah, Marilyn, I'm hugging you. I'm hugging you. Thank you, honey. I just miss him. Yes. Oh, Michelle Kelly. I was going to a church that was headed to Culty Town, so we left. Yeah. We don't like Culty Town. We like Pound Town. We don't like Culty Town, right? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, see you later, Faye. Got to scoot. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. Love and miss you, Doug. You live on within us. Absolutely. Absolutely. Miss Summertime. Okay. I don't know. I can usually say penis, but balls, I'm like, balls. Yeah. And I think I said this yesterday is that instead of like, oh, damn, like my sons will say like balls, like, oh, that sucks. And now Duncan's saying it, but he's so He used to be so puritanical, but now he's just like, "Oh, balls." Like, yeah, it's just so funny how he says it because, he over says it because it doesn't come naturally. So he's just like, "Balls." It's too funny. Creepy bee. I have a son in an awesome band. Your boys remind me of my sons. Thank you for sharing. Of course. Martha, hope everyone feels some comfort today in their grief. I'm caring for my developmentally disabled sister. She needs some Christmas time joy. She's such a blessing. See y'all later. Bye. Yes, please take care of yourself, take care of your family, and uh, we'll leave the light on for you, right? Yeah. Oh, right. It was with Natalie. Okay. Yeah, I like her. She's a spitfire. And oh my God, her story was like, whoa, 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 wow. Yeah. And much shorter than last time, right? I think it was 4 hours last time. Yep. I think Aaron told me that that was like the longest interview he's ever done. Yeah. Witness, please be sure to see Liz Ferris's stream with Blown for Good yesterday. It was very good. Yeah, that was nice. She got to hear stories about her dad. That's awesome. Oh, balls. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, did I get to the Oh my goodness, yeah. Her story, Natalie's story is so amazing. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so, we were talking a little bit earlier about, the different, tributes and things that came out yesterday, and, I'm not gonna judge anyone's motives, it whatever, that's up to them and their own conscience why, people are coming out and doing these streams that are getting a lot of views when, it does burn my biscuits a little bit that people that really didn't know Doug or that he didn't really care for particularly are, acting like Doug experts or, comforting people, whatever. I'm not like I said, I'm not gonna judge, but just as an example, there were 2 different videos done, on created by creators that aren't, don't claim to be a part of SBTV really at all. And, one of them, said some things like really I felt, gave a pretty accurate, summary of Doug's life and, had some, nice things to say about him, mostly positive about how, I don't wanna I wrote it down somewhere, about basically how, Doug was just always just enthusiastic about, talking to people, that he was just, really, just a nice, person that loved to, connect with people and was real and genuine, and I'm paraphrasing because I actually did write down the quote and I forgot it. So, but it was, pretty much upbeat and a good tribute to the person. And that was video number 1. And video number 2 was, someone who seemed a little bit hurt by Doug, and Doug had told that creator that, he just had some creative differences and felt like some of his titles were a little bit clickbaity and, was nice about it. Like, "I don't mean to hurt you, dude. It's just, I hope you understand. Like you, but, we just have some differences." And this creator was like, "Well," and, he was calling him, broken and tortured and said some other, not very nice things, was speculating that maybe he had unalived himself, was, saying some things that were totally, speculation and some things that weren't accurate, that he was missing for weeks and things. And this creator is, supposedly a journalist, didn't fact check, obviously, and, said things like, "Oh, he said I'm clickbaity." Well, he was making money off of being clickbaity too. Uh, Doug's channel was not monetized. At least this one that he's had for, I don't know, close to a year, was not monetized. So no, he was not making money on being quote clickbaity. He was reporting things about, you know, Tom Cruise and and Leah Remini and things, but there were actually things that weren't just like, surprise is not really about what I said it was, you know? So yeah, you had somebody who treated a tribute with respect, and said some kind things about him, was not passive aggressive. And then you had somebody who, you know, was kind of semi the opposite, in my opinion. This is just my opinion, okay? And one of these creators is a journalist who's highly respected, who has a big channel, who has a big following, and it is pretty well liked. The other one is a self-aware narcissistic psychopath. So who do you think did video number one that was pretty nice and respectful? You know, the respected journalist or the narcissistic psychopath? You know, let's see what you guys think. And then who do you think did a video number two? So put video number one, and then who you guess video number two, who did that one. So video number one was mostly the nice one. Video number two was, I feel like, was the passive aggressive person that was hurt by something Doug said that I felt was respectful and was not accurate. So yeah, I know. Pick me. All right, hit me with your answers. So just put like number one and his initials, number two. So number one was the one that, I resonated with. And number two was the one that I wasn't too happy with. Heal up. Bingo. Bingo. Number one, HG Tudor. Number two, Andrew Gold. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm just going to put this out there, honey. I'm going to, if my husband's listening, I'm just going to put this out there because it's not my words. I showed my husband the videos, and talked about it a little bit, and he says, we might have. It seems like there might be two narcissists here. One is aware, and one isn't. One is self-aware, and one isn't. I didn't say that. I'm not saying anything, but I did go through the video of Andrew Gold's video, and pointed out some inaccuracies and some things that I wasn't too happy about. Of course, there's a snowball's chance in hell that he's going to see. I did tag his channel. I put a comment on his video, and also put it in my community page, kind of point by point. So yeah, HG Tudor is he's scary as hell. I agree. I'm scared to death of him. Yep. I totally agree. I totally agree. Absolutely. I mean, I love Andrew, but it really, I love that when he's like, I love Andrew, but it really, I really got annoyed with him. He was acting as a child. And why did he have to bring up any of that? Who cares why you fell out? That is a really good point. And that's another thing. And, again, I don't want to speak for Doug, but and I'm not name dropping or bragging that I talked to him for hours, but I did talk to him for like many hours overnight. And I'm not the only one. He had other friends that he would call, and he would just talk all night, right? And he would just tell me things. Like, he did bring up Andrew, recently, and said, yeah, I like him and all, but I don't agree with his style, and some of the other creators that he had working relationships with, and even friendships with, that he had, quote, falling outs with, pretty much one of two things or both. It was usually, in most cases, he didn't agree with their style. He felt like they became clickbaity, clout chasing, kind of commercial, and he wasn't about that. So it was like a creative difference and just a philosophical difference. The other thing was, and I took note on that, mental note on this, is that he didn't like people getting into his personal business. He didn't like relationship. Well, it was mostly guys who were acting kind of like needy girlfriends, right? Like, and that's just my opinion. He didn't say that. I'm just saying this was my assessment from what he told me, is that he didn't like people getting too clingy or needy or controlling, right? And those are the two things that I observed that were reasons why he had falling outs falling out with people and just, philosophical differences, right? And he would call them out too if he had to. But he would also say good things about them. I think for the most part he tried to be really, really fair. Oh, don't let that one go too far. Right, you were just kidding. Just joking. It's just a parody. It's just a joke, guys. Just a joke. I don't think Andrew Gold's gonna come after us, but yeah. Well, yeah, we'll see. I highly doubt it. But yeah, that was, and again, this is all speculation and opinion from what I gathered. That like I said, I took mental note of that. I was like, okay, like I would usually let him contact me and not be like, you said we were gonna blah, 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 blah. So when are we doing this? When are we doing this? And sometimes I wouldn't hear from him for a week, and then he'd be like, hey Marilyn, oh hey friend, I'm sorry, I blah, blah, blah. And I was like, it's okay. It's like I'm low maintenance whenever you get around to it. And we would have like work sessions. I have notes of different things that we were working on and gonna work on. And I still want to work on, right? But yeah, I think I said all that to say, yeah, I think that Andrew was kind of saying that he was hurt. And knowing Doug, how he speaks, I mean, he was just like trying to let him down easy, just saying, hey dude, sorry about this is just how I feel. And sometimes he could be, honest to a fault, but he really did try to soften the blow. And I remember when this happened because I actually found, to Andrew's credit, I found Doug through Andrew, when he did his first, I think, 2 streams with him that got and to Andrew's probably surprise and good fortune, he got, I don't know, a million views or a lot of views, a lot of views off of Doug. Well, I shouldn't say off of Doug, but as a result of interviewing Doug, and I'm sure he wanted more of that. Just saying. And when Doug kind of pulled the plug in a nice way, I thought a respectful way, as much as he could, that didn't go too well. And he didn't read, as far as I remember watching, after it was like basically a stream that Aaron Andrew said that Doug stopped working with me. I don't know why, blah blah blah. I feel really hurt. He acted as if Doug had been so terrible and rude to him. Uh, I didn't hear that in the messages that he read yesterday. So, but I don't think it was the right time. And I get that he says, "Oh well, um, you don't want to say, only nice things about somebody. That's disingenuous and stuff." So Andrew, thank goodness Andrew's still alive. And so I'm saying nice things about him. I think that he's done a lot of good. He's introduced me to Doug, and inadvertently, just because I was watching him. So yeah. Um, so that's a nice thing about it. And I think he can be really cute and sincere. I loved his interview with Reese. I loved his interview with Kelly. So I do like some of his interviews, but yeah, I kind of have to agree with this. George Massey, AG is motivated by celeb gossip, clickbait. Yeah, he loves himself a Meghan Markle and a Tom Cruise video because he gets lots of views for that. Yep. I'd recently been loving Doug with Bryce. Yes. Esoteric Atlanta. Yeah, she is. Yeah, I love those streams too. Yeah. Mama Dukes. I watched 2. Statement for reason of death was wrong. But after I watched it for the second time, I do think he was upset with Doug's death. Yeah, I think so too. And I think he did not mean to be mean. I don't think he's purposely mean spirited. But yeah, I mean, that's totally fine. I think emotions are running high right after you find out that someone you cared about and or friends with um passed away. And so yeah, maybe I'm totally off in left field here. Like I said, this is morning musings, and I'm just talking, from my heart and from the way I see it. But yeah, that's just me. So it's totally okay if people don't see things. We're not in a cult, guys, right? So, yeah, I do like to hear different opinions and different angles because it helps me to kind of temper my because I tend to be in my emotions a lot. I'll I'll just put it out there. Most of you know that. Susie Q, my cousin died 2 weeks ago. We weren't close, but it still affected me. So I'm struggling, and it's a good thing I'm having lunch with a friend tomorrow. I'm so glad to hear that. Yep, that's always good. Yeah, my happy place is going to see my kids sing. And I love it even more when all three of them sing together. Just a very proud mama bear. It's nice. Yeah, it's good to do, real life things, right? Um, Amanda Bowman. I really, really didn't like how Andrew Gold read the email exchange. When I say AG, I think of Assemblies of God because we always call it AG. Um, AG read the email exchanges. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can read things with different emphasis on different words, but I can almost hear him, uh, Doug saying it like, hey, dude, like just trying to be cool about it, be gentle. I felt like he was gentle. I didn't feel, maybe a year or two ago, I didn't know him then. I've only really knew him for about 6 months, really well. And I just didn't see a tortured, broken person. And, one thing he said, and I want to take it out of context, but there was just one thing he said, quote, only so much we can do with a broken person. Yeah, I didn't like that, but that's just me, I guess. I don't know. Not just me. I'm sure other people feel the same. I was repulsed by the yeah. Yeah, and he gave some other weird example, like some other example and all that. It's like, dude, if you profess to be a journalist, where's the retraction? I haven't seen anything. If anybody wants to check and see if he's printed anything, I haven't seen anything on his community page or anything like, "Oops, sorry guys, the coroner's report is out, and I might have misspoke a little bit," and he wasn't missing for weeks. He said weeks, plural. It was actually like a week and a day or two, the most. So yeah. So that burns my biscuits, guys. I get like my face gets a little hot. Yeah. Linky Lou. I didn't appreciate that he wrote off Doug's opinion due to being traumatized. Right. Yeah. His messages from Doug sounded concise and polite. Yeah. I agree. I agree with that. And yeah, I don't like that when, and it's been done to me too. Is like, well, you've been through a lot, so like kind of like making excuses for me, or just almost like devaluing my opinion because it's coming from a place of pain or torture or whatever, Or don't you hate ladies? Don't you hate when people are like, just because you're a little emotional, it's like, oh, she must be PMSing. No, I have a reason to be upset, so knock it off. Don't blame it on that. Even if it's true. Even if it's true. Hey, rough girl. Good to see you. You got your coffee? No wine and chocolate yet, right? Yeah. Colorado Cheryl. Andrew should stick to moaning about Harry and Meghan. There's an idea, right? Just saying. Yeah. No, I don't mean to pick on him. Like I said, I mean, he's done some great interviews that I really enjoyed and liked. But I'm gonna call it how I see it. I'm not gonna be like, I'm a huge Andrew Gold fan. I don't care what he does. He's still amazing. And because you know what that sounds like? A cult, right? Yeah. Yeah. And I didn't always agree with Doug either, and I would tell him if before yeah, no, I would tell him. I did, because I was before I really knew him, I had really no way of telling him, but maybe making a comment here and there, but I did greatly respect him, and when I did, call him out on, one thing, regarding a certain troll that, I'm not gonna name, um, he totally took it to heart and, really made up for it. Absolutely, and he had my back. So Michelle Kelly. Oh my God. The video where Doug was talking to someone from Scientology was epic. I know that prank call. Oh my God. Yeah. And that just really showed his acting skills and his improv skills because he pronounced Xenu wrong and got a Scientologist to say Xenu. That was wild. Wild. Lori plays. I complained to Andrew when he used a picture of Tom Cruise next to Reese's when he interviewed her, and terrible AI. He told me he used TC in all his Scientology videos. I told him that was an issue. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. I think I agree. I gotta agree with you there, Lori. I just think that's kind of strange. Um Lori plays. I don't feel bad. Yeah. Mm. It's just like things that make you go, Yeah, I try not to ignore things that make me go, a lot because, um, I mean, I let things go, but I also feel like, um, there's a time to just kind of speak out because, or just even give other people a platform to talk about things and not this hush, 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 hush. Like any creator can do no wrong. I know I make mistakes all the time. I do know that. I know that. Everyone makes mistakes. So Susie Q, same Marilyn. He was not tortured or broken. No, maybe troubled and hurt. Yeah, I think we all, when you have trauma in your life and you're healing from it, yeah, um, that can definitely be. But you know, it doesn't invalidate his message, and it certainly isn't appropriate in my humble opinion. I always say my humble opinion because this doesn't sound very humble, but yeah, in my opinion, I don't think that's the time. I don't think that's the time. So I agree. Witness. I agree. Both AG and HG are obsessed with Meghan and Harry. It's creepy. I think, but I'm not in UK, right? Right. So it's kind of like, I don't even know who's like the biggest stars here in US right now. But well, I guess even with the Johnny Depp Amber or thing, like yeah, people were obsessed with that. I mean, it is interesting to have like I am interested in studying human behavior. So that part about it is fascinating. Oh, there you go. Yeah, exactly, Keela. I find HD so intriguing. Yeah, it scares the shit out of me though. I work in the mental health field, so that's why. But Doug also liked him very much. He did. Yeah. Yeah, we talked about him quite a bit. And he said he was telling me that you know, that HD explains why certain people because I would just like one night I was like, Doug, what is wrong with me? Because I seem to attract like these like trolls or people that just like won't just play. Like, I don't know. It's like other people would just like, well, they don't really bother me. And I'm like, why do I attract that? Or what's wrong with me? And he said, well, HG would probably say that you are an empath and narcissists can smell it. They can smell it a mile away. And I was like, well, what do you do? He's like, well, it's not going to change. And I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, you mean I'm like condemned? Like, there's no hope. And he said, the only thing honestly, HG would say you can do is, and we don't believe in disconnection, guys. Okay. I've been accused of disconnecting from people that I was never connected with, you know, like people, in internet land that I don't even know. Marilyn's practicing disconnection. No, if someone is like constantly plaguing you and you just can't deal with it, there's nothing wrong with zero contact, right? And yeah, there comes a time, and that's basically what Doug told me. But he was also saying that HG for a small fee, I'm not sure what the fee is, you can put you can do this like narc detector or something. Like they ask you questions about somebody and tell you like a profile thing. Yeah, interesting. I might save up for one of those for somebody. Can't even think of anybody. Well, no, I can. I can think of a few people I could do that for. Interesting. I would even want to do it for myself. Why not? But that would add up. That would add up. Hi, Marazi Dotes. Hi. Who is HG? He is he's a YouTube content creator. He is professes to be a what do they call it? A self-aware narcissistic psychopath. And he basically teaches people because he knows, because he is one, how to avoid them and what the traits are. And he can be kind of like, because he doesn't have empathy, and he has this really dark, scary voice, very like, British sounding. He could totally be, I bet he does do voiceover. He probably does. He's just got the classic, I don't know who, but I'm sure what any of the UK people would know. Just that, yeah, voiceover. If you go, I think it's HG Tutor is his channel, right? It's just at, is it at HG Tutor? Um, he did a video about Doug, and the way he narrated it was just like, just super professional, but he has kind of a creepy voice. He does, but has a lot of insight. Is just very fascinating or intriguing, like Keela said. Yeah. I mean, I have a feeling that he was feeling guilty on how things went with them and how he's reacted. And I've noticed when people know that they're in the wrong, they feel bad and they get in defensive mode. Yeah, that that sounds like that could be right on target. Yeah, I did. It did seem like he was still a little butthurt, as my kids would say, butthurt. And I know that, as Doug said in those messages, sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you, man. And yeah. Hmm. G Pound Shop. Piers Morgan. Okay. Shop Piers Morgan. Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about. I think I know who Piers Morgan is. Yeah. Yeah. Um, just scrolling down. Hopefully, I'm not too behind the chat. Oh, that's right. I flippin' hate the PMS excuse. So disrespectful. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Totally agree with that. Oh, I saw a poet say something. Oh, where is it? Yeah. Doug seemed to be smiling a lot. Yes, he seemed really upbeat. He really did. Um, Yeah, it felt to me, and some of the, other creators that talk to him regularly that I'm good friends with, said that, yeah, he seemed like in a pretty good mental state, and he was really excited about all the content. I mean, I have lists of things. He's like, "We could do this, we could do that." I was like, "Okay, well, do you wanna skip over the stuff we're working on?" "Oh, no, no, I wanna do that." Like, he wanted it all. He wanted to do it all. He's just so cute with, his enthusiasm. Yeah. I loved it. He did seem like he was in a good place, but yeah, health-wise, not so much, I guess. Just scrolling down. Maya, if the biscuits are burnt, they are burnt. That's right. Burnt biscuits. I know. Yeah, yeah. Um, Pub Groomer 20. Oh, thank you for checking. I'm not seeing anything updated on AG's page since that video, except a notice for a video for a podcast today. All right. Well, there you have it. Yep. There you have it. Marzi Dotes. Hey, Marzi. I'm still so sad that it took a week before any welfare check was done. Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, like I said yesterday, I mean, I was just so, broken up, and I'll admit I had some, some guilt about it, but then I remembered, like I said earlier, one thing that really burned Doug's biscuits, burned his pipe or whatever, was he didn't like people being, jumping the gun with with the welfare checks, and he didn't talk a lot about his personal life. I never asked him where he lived. I didn't know any of that information. And I knew that, like, I don't want, listen, guys, I've seen How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. And of course, I have a husband, it wasn't like that. But I do care about my friends, and I do tend to be a little too worry war and mothery to them, smotherly. Um, and I don't want to smother or mother anyone. And I just know that he was a private person. So, and his friends that he's known way longer than he knew me said that sometimes he would just kind of drift in and out of their lives. So I didn't know what to do. But yeah, I do agree though, Marizy. It was so tough because just all the moving parts. I mean, we could talk about shoulda, woulda, couldas, but I don't know. I mean, so many factors. It being in LA, and maybe it could have been done at 72 hours. Would it have made a difference? I don't think. The police would not have gone to the landlord, gotten him to come down, open the door, and then busting in or going in and checking his apartment. That wouldn't have happened within 12 hours. Like, people were freaking out. 12 out, 10 hours, 12 hours, 24 hours. It wasn't done till, well after 72 hours. I think it took having his mother be alerted that he hadn't been heard from, and her trying to contact them, and her actually calling and them doing something about it. So, yeah, but yeah, it is really sad. And I just wish we weren't sitting here today talking about the fact that we've lost somebody really important to us, and important to this community. Yeah. Michelle Kelly, he was so private. It seems like he did not give his exact address to anyone he was not super close to. No, I never asked him. I, was gonna crochet him something and send it to him, but I even hesitated to even ask him because I wasn't, I haven't known him forever, and I live so far away, and I don't, you know, nobody has any reason to trust that, I don't know. I just didn't want to put him in that position, so I never asked. So I was so worried about the smoking, but emotionally he was getting better. Yeah. Yeah. And I understand because I've been trying to quit for a while myself. I smoked as a teenager, and then I quit when I was 20. Um and then I started working when I was 42. So 10, almost 10 years ago now, started working retail management. Was like, everybody was doing it, right? So I thought I could be a casual smoker. So I'd have one or two a day, bum them off people. The day I bought my first pack, that was it. And I've quit a few times since then. Um, Not doing so well with it now, so I'm trying to, do it again. But yeah, it's a killer, and it's pretty awful, pretty awful. Um, and I do understand the dependency, the addiction of nicotine, and it's hard. I think that, and there was another thing that Andrew said, and I don't want to quote him because I don't remember exact words, but it was just basically like, well, somebody with trauma, it's true. Trauma, like, I have fibromyalgia, and I think that can, that my trauma contributed to it. That's what my doctor and my rheumatologist has said. So yes, it's true. But yeah, I think in my case, I do have a little bit of an addictive personality sometimes. Thank goodness, knock on wood, I haven't, you know, gotten into anything really well. Well, nicotine is a killer. So yeah, I shouldn't say that, but I never took any hard drugs or anything. And I kind of knew that. Not to make this about me, but and I talked to Doug a little bit about this before, like that, things like weed and mushrooms and stuff. I don't know. I just can't go there in my brain. Like I feel like I have to have control of my thoughts. Although I do like to drink a little bit sometimes. But yeah. Uh, that's another whole story. Susie Q, my brother who smoked from age 11 to 46 finally quit using the pouches. Oh, wow. See, it is hard. It really is hard. I quit for over 20 years, and every once in a while, I would have a craving, and it was obviously mental. It wasn't physical. Um, but yeah, certain things like after I ate or like, and it had been years out, and I would still have a craving. It's really hard to even think about quitting. Yeah. Linky Lou, I disappear from everyone frequently, sometimes weeks at a time. I'm aware that if something were to happen to me at home alone, people might not know for a while. They know not to feel guilty. Thank you. Thank you for that, Linky Lou. Appreciate that. Yep. Hey, Steel Belf. I switched to Zinc Zinpause. Is that zinc? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. BJ's Critters. Hey, BJ's Critters. Nicotine is one of the hardest drugs to quit. To keep your lungs and heart from getting worse, get the patches or gum. Yeah, the gum I didn't like. I'll try. I do have some patches. I gotta try that. Mm, harm reduction. Yeah, we have a harm reduction place close to me. Unfortunately, in the next town or two towns over, there's a lot of addicts to opiates, and yeah, it's really bad. And they give out. I mean, it might be controversial, but they give out like clean. Can I say needle? Yeah, I can say needles. Yeah, things like that. And I do kind of understand it. I don't. I know it's controversial, but um, yeah, I think while someone's trying to help themselves, at least keep them safe. You know. Hmm. I don't know. I don't like to get political, but I don't think that's political. I think it's just trying to save a life. I have some Narcan things, so yeah. Yeah. Harm reduction saves lives. Yeah, absolutely. Zainab. Zainab. Hey, Zainab. I love when I see new names. I cannot even be in presence of someone smoking. I have weak lungs, plus allergic to the smoke itself. Yeah. Yeah, I really try to be like, I don't I only did it like twice with Doug, but Duncan wasn't around. I had fan going out. I don't smoke inside. Out of respect for Duncan, and he did have a what's it called when one of your lung collapses? I forgot what that's called. When he was younger and he had to have surgery. So yeah, I just. Lori plays. That's just caring about humanity. Thank you. That's how I feel. Absolutely. And I've known parents of addicts that are um, just the nicest people, and they're just so desperate to help their loved ones. And I know it's nothing they did, and it's an addiction is awful, and I wouldn't wish that on anyone. And it can happen to anyone. Oh, pneumothorax. Yes, I think that's it. Yes. Yes, we got medical people in here. Yes, he did have that. But now, like, his lungs are good now, like, he hikes mountains all the time. That's another thing I need to get moving. Really? Sorry, like, certain things hit me, I don't know why. Wow. Yeah, so the narcissist sorry, now I'm gonna laugh because when I cry, I laugh because I was crying, and then I laugh at things to stop crying. Um, yeah, so the self-aware narcissistic psychopath is making yet another nice video about Doug. Love that. Yep. So maybe somebody else from the UK that's obsessed with Meghan Markle and Tom Cruise could take some pointers from a self-aware narcissistic psychopath. Just saying. Just saying. BJ's Critters. My friend has COPD from the year she smoked. I quit for the last time in 1989, so I dodged that hideous disease. Yeah, yeah, I'll be honest with you all. My sister, Sherry, who I talk about that passed away 5 years ago, she started smoking when she was 9. She quit when she was 55, so that was, like, almost 40 years of, smoking inside, very heavily, 2 packs a day, sometimes, smoking in the car, just chain smoking all the time, and, she did quit, but she started vaping, which I don't know if that's the same, like, she just seemed to almost make it worse, and, she, developed lung cancer, and I know, I'm stupid, I smoked, my sister, died of lung cancer. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life, um, and, yeah, um, it was quick. It was really quick, and, well, that's another story. I don't even wanna get into it, but just about the doctors, and I was fighting with them because, when the fire happened, she was just turned 17, and, she didn't finish school and was just basically was very smart, but she, wasn't, like, book smart. She read at a very, like, low, like, 5th or 6th grade level, and the doctors were just kinda this one doctor was pushing, this Keytruda stuff, which I guess helped some people, but not in conjunction with anything else, and, here she was stage 4 cancer, and he told her she was stage 1, and they said, "Oh, we don't use stages with Keytruda," and I lost it. I lost it, guys. Yeah. Um, ooh, COPD scares the hell out of me. Fear of it was a big factor in me quitting cigarettes. Having asthma is bad enough. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Alcohol encourages binge eating. Yeah, I hear that. Yep, I hear that. Always a struggle. Um, Marilyn, he even did one for the Queen last year. That one is also very poignant. I haven't heard that one. I'll have to check that out. Um, Interesting. Susie Q. HG Tutor is doing that for supply, narcissistic supply, getting people to praise him. But I know he respected Doug. Yeah, yeah. Um, you're probably right. You're probably right. Something in him needs to be praised and adored. But also, to whatever level he can care about someone, I think Doug, at least respect someone. I think Doug uh, fit the bill for that. I agree. Keila, I told HD early yesterday morning. I sent a message. Thank you for that, Keila. And um, his followers are really upset too. Yeah. It was good for him to hear from a sweet, nice person like you. Not plastered all over the news. Um, just saying. Yeah. My humble opinion. Oh, you had 2 surgery. That's right, honey. Just one sec. Clicking the wrong button there. Duncan Honig. Yes, I had 2 surgeries to correct lung injury. Oh, right. One in Georgia and one in Bennington. Oh, that's right. 2 weeks with chest tubes and morphine, which makes me sick. So very miserable experience. I remember that. And having been unable to breathe, I won't smoke anything now. Nope. No. I've only seen you take one drag of something once. Never again. Doug was one of a kind. Yep. Oh, I didn't see that. Bryce from Esoteric Atlanta did a wonderful and loving tribute to Doug late last night. I'll have to do that. I'll have to watch that. I really like her. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry to make you cry, honey, but it's true. It's true. You are a sweet, kind person. Just what the narcissistic psychopath needed to hear from. and not tabloids, right? Zainab, among everyone I saw him interview, I think he respected Doug a lot. He talked to him in a way not like he talked to others. That's my insight. Yeah. And yeah, in my experience, Doug just had that very authentic, caring way of just knowing how far to go without going too far, as far as like asking questions. He knew the right questions to ask me. Just made me feel really comfortable. Let me, take breaks, kind of joked around. It was like I said, with the banter, the even banter, it was just very natural, very natural, you know. So, it was kinda like just, like, talking to a friend. I was talking to a friend, and all of you are friends too, and you were in the chat. So yeah, it was like I love that when, it just feels like you're just FaceTiming somebody, you know? And it's just very, organic and real. I'm just gonna read this. Lovett said, HG at least admits who he is. Andrew feigned concern for clicks and money. He also disparaged an amazing man. I'll just leave that there. That's I am not like the thought. I'm not a psychic or whatever, but yeah, cringe. And I don't think Andrew's a bad person, but I don't think he really cares if I think he's a bad person or not. But yeah, I judge people. I judge actions and words, and didn't really like the actions and words. You know. Witness. I truly hope HD doesn't do Doug dirty somehow. Uh, Manda Bowman, I just don't trust him. Yeah, I can see that. You know, I wouldn't be trying to. I personally, wouldn't be too, readily inclined to trust a narcissistic psychopath. But yeah, I mean, he is self-aware. Yeah, I kind of have to agree with that in some ways. Yep. Doug learned from him and asked him intelligent questions. He did. Yeah, and he'd sometimes ask the tough questions too. Yep. Kim White, I smoke and I had breast cancer. No evidence that smoking causes breast cancer, but I know I need to quit. Yeah, maybe we can help each other. I don't know. I just, ooh, it is so hard, guys. It really is. Um, so it's 1:02 p.m. I've been awake since 7:30. I've had 2 cigarettes. So, I guess that's not too bad, but still, um, I'm really craving one now, guys. Just being honest. Just being honest here. Um, Susie Q. Andrew seems to have his own narcissistic injury. Love it. Yep. I don't know. Susie Q. He's constantly pointing at people for victim signaling and has no insight. No insight. You're right. Well, yeah. Is he a journalist or is he a psychologist or what is he? What is he, guys? Um, yeah. Don't need to make it about himself. I think he was really hurt. Um, That's kinda what I got from it, and I feel bad for him, but don't throw, people under the bus, especially I didn't really hear we said earlier, I didn't really hear Doug saying anything disrespectful or anything. He just didn't get his way, you know? Doug and Honig. I ran out of space before I could admit to a few slips when I had a few too many. LOL, I see the body as a complex machine that needs to be taken good care of, especially when you get older. I know, honey, I know. I should get my butt moving, but I cannot hike mountains. I'm sorry. Uh, yeah, you're absolutely right. But yeah, isn't that convenient? He ran out of space before he could say that he slipped up and had a uh little drag of something once. That's where I'm gonna use that. It's like, sorry, I ran out of space before I could tell the whole truth. CO Bill, I like a lot of Andrew's content, but I agree his video was very distasteful. Yeah. I mean, you can like his content. It's like that's the thing is like we're not a cult, guys, right? No black and white thinking here. I've liked a lot of his videos, but this one I didn't. And yeah, sometimes I mean I'm not gonna label him a narcissistic psychopath, but like just things to make you go, You can say, I'm not gonna like say, oh, he's all bad or he's this or that. I'm not a psychologist, can't diagnose anybody. I don't think he has anything diagnosed, but I don't know. I don't know. I just didn't like what he had to say yesterday, and that's all. And I'm gonna say that. So yeah. Ooh, guilt drives addiction, so no guilt, guys. Yeah, yeah. You know, I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna sound really sad, really sick, and really pathetic. But I said to my doctor recently, because she's always on the smoking thing, even more than the weight thing. And I was like, yeah, but I'm just so used to it. It's like part of my day. It's kind of like my best friend, which sounds sad because I have all of you. I have wonderful kids. I have real life friends. I have a great husband. Why would that even come out of my mouth? But it is just such an addiction. It's just so part of my life. Yeah. So I'm just being honest with you guys. I'm being really honest with you guys. Yeah. Rosebud Aim. Yes, I remember that. Um, my morning Doug, I love when he always acknowledged me on his lives and when you reminded him of how to pronounce my name. That's right. Rosebud Aim. Aim is short for Amy. Marilyn sending love to you. I do remember that. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. See, I was just like, no, that's not how you pronounce it. And if he called someone a she when they were he or he when they were she, I was like, wait, I really do try to remember how to pronounce people's names. And because my name is pronounced and spelled wrong, and I've been called Madeline and Myrtle and everything, right? You name it. So I'm just reading stuff. Hmm. Esoteric Atlanta Bryce pointed out that smoking, inhaling calms the vagus nerve. So smoking is something that trauma survivors do to self-soothe. Wow. Interesting. Yeah. I should read more about that. Hmm. Yeah, it definitely is calming, isn't it? But it's also killer. Yeah. Oh, that's okay. I speak autocorrect. I use autocorrect all the time, but it's wrong. Or I speak typo. Lori plays, never throw someone under the bus. You don't bring out anything negative when someone's death has just been announced. Such a bad form. Thank you, Lori. A voice of reason. Yeah, because he was just like, well, I don't want to be fake and blah, 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 blah. But you know what? Then shut up. If you can't say something nice about somebody who just passed away and people are grieving, then let me tell you something right now. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, that's what that's what I have to say about that. But I totally agree with you, Lori. Totally. Mm. uh, Lumen, Linky Lou, I knew about the trauma connection, but I didn't know about that specific psychological bit. I didn't either. Interesting. Only listen to professionals when speaking of mental Right, right. I'm not diagnosing anybody. It was sort of tongue in cheek. It was just because Duncan was joking, just joking, just a parody, folks, just a joke, just about like, oh well, which will a real narcissistic psychopath please stand up? But it was just a joke. But mhm. That kitchen witch Suzanne. Hi there. I mean, I thought Andrew's video was poorly timed. I do try to take into account that he is very open about how he deals with issues and runs his channel. Yeah, yeah. I mean, if he says, "Hey, I put Tom Cruise in every video to get clicks," I can respect that. At least you're being honest about it. Yeah. Um. But yeah, he did seem a little bit, as my kids would say, butthurt. But it's just my opinion. Violet, hey, Violet. My grandmother died in her sleep when I was 16. Now I can look back and see how happy she was before her passing. Even curled her hair that night. She even reconnected with her cousin. Wow, that's amazing. You think like she kind of knew a little bit something? Hmm. Yeah. Tampa B. I'm stupid like you, Meryl. Okay, we can be stupid together. I have a vape in my hand almost 24/7. Both my mom and her mom died from emphysema, and one of my girls smokes dummies. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Yeah, my sister would be so pissed at me if she knew. Yeah, because she passed away 3 weeks before um, her 60th birthday, and she'd be turning 65 in 2 days, December 15th. And my brother David, who I don't have much contact with, he just really, after the fire, he was like 18, and just really had a hard time, and um, a lot of trauma. I mean, can you imagine being 18 trying to rescue your family and not succeeding? And um, his birthday is the 12th. Mine's the 19th, which is a week apart. And then my sister Sherry's was right in the middle there, 15th. And we were the only siblings that survived the fire, which is interesting. I mean, usually when you're two of something, it's like a coincidence. Three, I'm like, that's just interesting. I'm sure it's a coincidence, but it's an interesting one. CO Belf, the YouTuber David Wood also claims to be a virtuous psychopath. I don't agree with all his religious and political views, but he is a very interesting guy. Oh, that was something else I wanted to bring up in Andrew Gold's assessment, is that this could have completely changed, but he seemed, and again, just opinion, conjecture here, but he seemed like he was annoyed with Doug. Like he's like one of these like evangelical atheists. He's just like, well, and I told him I'm an atheist and blah blah blah, and he's spiritual and all this and believes in a higher power. Um, Doug and I talked about that a lot, and we actually, there's a public stream where he asked me what I believe in, and I said, well, I think there might be something out there, but all I know is that I don't know. And he said, yeah, that's all I believe too. And I said, well, maybe we're agnostics. Maybe we believe, there's something, but we just don't know. So we don't really believe because, it's like I'm open to believing. And I know that Doug was open to believing in something spiritual, but he wasn't shoving it down anybody's throat. And I don't think he even really knew exactly what he believed in. But I kind of got the feeling like that Andrew was like, oh, he's trying to push it. No, no. And Andrew's just like, I'm an atheist and I'm proud of it. That's fine. You can totally be an atheist. But some people take their beliefs a little too far. Like, not knocking vegans either, but sometimes vegans can be some vegans that I've met, I'll just say, that I've met in real life, like my cousin and like Duncan's cousin, can be a little over the top with the preachy preach. Okay. And so, evangelical Christians can be a little too stuff it down your throat, and even some atheists. So, I didn't see Doug as being, believing in anything, you know, in particular that he was, forcing down anyone's throat at all, at all. But again, that was just my assessment. I'm not speaking for Doug, and Andrew's experience is Andrew's experience. So, Rosebud Aim. My pal just had surgery for lung cancer. Father smoked 2 to 3 packs daily. My pal and his mother got cancer most probably through secondhand smoke. Ooh, the father developed lung brain cancer, hard habit. Yeah, it is. It is really hard. Quantum entanglement. I got to look that up. I don't know what that is. I bet Duncan does. Oh, hey guys. So, I don't know if he's listening. So Santa might be bringing it because Duncan's very nice. I'm more naughty than I am nice, I think, and he's way more nice than he is naughty. So I'm sure he's gonna get some stuff for to make his channel this year. So there's a creator on SPTV that has had somebody that called me yesterday has had a near-death experience and said that he would be when Duncan makes a channel, he, wants to be his first guest. So, so stay tuned for that. He's real Dunk's really excited about it 'cause, I'm just like, "Rah, rah, rah." I don't wanna hear about it. I did let him have a couple of streams about it on here, but I'm a little bit cynical. I'm a little bit, like I said, I do believe in something out there, but I don't I'm not ready to even consider believing in anything, you know? Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Smoking is how I even made friends when I was shy. Yeah, yeah, and nowadays, it is so, like, socially unacceptable, it's taboo, that I think I bond with people that smoke even more because 'cause you're, like, outside freezing your ass off, and, like, they're just like, this is, like, the bad boy corner, the bad kids. We're like the bad kids. Yeah, yeah, um yeah, when I was actually in my high school, and of course, my adopted mom would have freaked if she knew this, but this was the last year that they had the year I graduated was the last year that they had like a smoking area. This was, excuse me, in 1988. 1988, guys. There was actually a smoking area in my high school. Just gotta get some water. Smoking in the graveyard. Yep. Yep. Oh, here we go. We've created a monster, guys. It's in the works. I'll get things going after the holidays. So much going on now. I'm excited. I know you are. All right, guys. What have we been going for? Oh, an hour and 45 minutes. Yeah, so I've got things to do today. So it was so great to hang out with you all and see you all today. And so stay tuned for tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'll be on in the morning. Watch my community page and my scheduling. There might be a surprise tomorrow night, but I don't want to speak out of turn. So we shall see. All right. So have a great day, everybody, and I'll be talking to you soon. Thanks. Bye. Bye, everybody.